Hi. So today I'm going to talk about emotional health and its part in total health. Um, Emotional health is an important aspect of total health, and it's not as easy as to express as say mental health through and meditation for spiritual health, but it's equally as important with emotional health. How do you exercise your emotions where it becomes a healthy part of your life? Things are going, you're getting a lot of stress in your life. We have to cope with schedules for the day, deadlines that we need to meet. Um, we got kids to take care of. Um, we have our own selves to take care of in that aspect. And with stress coming at us, say, for example, a deadline, it can, as we get closer to the deadline, if we are unstable emotionally, we may become more frustrated that we're not making the progress that we need to make, and it allows us to cloud our mind. One of the things, especially in sport, they say do not get angry, especially in a pugilistic sport. When you get angry, you lose the fight because now you're clouding the mind, you're preventing the mind from being able to process the information because you're now emotionally um, you're expressing yourself emotionally and blocking the mind, preventing the mind from actually doing anything. So now you're working purely on instinct. I associate emotions with instincts more so, which makes it more difficult to control. And that's where mental health is important. And of course, the other the other three healths are very important, along with mental health, to which allow by those healths it strengthens emotional health to a point where emotional health now becomes a tool, a strength that supports the other health. Because without emotional stability, we will not have the ambition or the desire to achieve anything. Even if we have the mindset, the spiritual will, and we are do this, being emotionally depressed in some way, going to prevent the body from getting up and actually going and do this stuff. It makes the mind lazy to do anything because now we're depressed, or we think it's too hard, so we feel frustrated that we can't get through it. And in order to exercise emotional health, um, it requires our ability to face stress. All the stresses, of course, time management, making a living for ourselves, dealing with our teenage kids who may be acting out. Those are examples of things that may cause us to get angry. We just lost a loved one, we're gonna get sad, and but knowing from the mental side that life goes on, we still have to cope with those situations. And emotions, to me, is the ability to cope with life situations. And that may include the negative life situations as well as the positive life situations. Because things may be going well for you. You're making a lot of money. Your kids are like angels. Your business is growing. People love you, so you're socially active. Um, you're in great shape, and you have a peace of mind in a way because you don't have some of the stresses to deal with. But if you're emotionally unstable and you're depressed because you're bored, you don't know what to do, things are going too well for you, that is bad for you in as far as total health. You do not have total health because now you're bored. You can't see beyond anything else. You may take a step back, take risks that's negatively affecting you or the people around you. Things like that. Now, with emotions, um, based on my experience through therapeutic foster care and my education through the Kennedy Krieger Institute on psychology and behavioral psychology, along with emotional science. Emotions to me is seems to be the only one that's a little bit not controlled science, because it's very, very complex and chaotic in its nature. And based on my experience with it, and through my understanding of it, it relies heavily on the other four healths, in that for it to be stable, and in turn, by being stable, it strengthens the other four healths. So through diet and exercise for the physical, your mind is functioning properly, and through meditation, your mind is functioning, or is expanding and functioning, rather than 10%. The whole mind is being engaged at times. And of course, your spirit is engaging internally as well as outwardly, through the senses. By being stable emotionally, we're able to deal with deadlines. Oh, we got this deadline coming up. We got to push a little harder. What do we need to adjust? Rather than emotionally getting angry or frustrated, where we lose our ability to think, we're able to use the stress or reaction or instincts, or fears or frustration, because I think emotions is more instinctual, as I mentioned earlier. We're able to use it and rechannel it back into the brain, or whatever we're doing, exercising, to get stronger, or to readjust a timeline, or readjust a time to meet the deadline, or be able to rationalize that we may not meet that deadline and request for those deadlines to push back. It'll allow us, if we're dealing with kids, teenage kids that's acting retarded, be able to take that step back, reflect on ourselves, and find a common ground that we can then re-educate our kids in a manner that allows them to learn something. Your kids learn from how you react to certain things too. So if you're emotionally stable and someone try to break in your house, right, and you remain calm and in control of your emotions, you're not crying, bawling in a place, and acting crazy or anxious, by doing that yourself, you are actually transmitting to them a behavior that calm, that allow them to be calm and not worry. Even if you are worried, you're in control of that. You're in control of that emotion, which affects your kids or the people around you. So I hope this video helped with to some extent with emotional health, that affects total health. If you have specific questions, ask it in the comment section below. If you know more about emotional health, put it in the comment section below, because I too am constantly learning, and the viewers may also learn something from your comments. So subscribe, like the video if you do, ask questions, start a dialogue. You all have a good day.